Unbottling, The Void Left Behind, a book by Aaliyah Emmanuel, who joins us today in studio to share with us a little bit of the inspiration and how interactive this book really is and how it can heal you. Good morning, Aaliyah.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show, and it's a pleasure to be able to sit here and take a look at this creation. I mean, I definitely want to say that it's more than a book. And we were discussing off air the amount of detail that you put into this and how long it took you as well.
Yes,
I mean, 3 years is a while. Why did you write the book, though?
I wrote the book because at the age of 15, I lost my dad to a severe form of brain cancer. And I was somewhat prepared for his death because of his illness and because of his diagnosis, but I was nowhere prepared for the grief that came afterwards. And so I wrote this book to help teens like myself navigate through this bereavement journey.
Would you say that this book also helped you in your grieving process as well?
For sure, it definitely did. In order to write the book, I actually had to unbottle myself. I had to go through all the different emotions and feelings again and unbottle those feelings in order to write and eventually assist people in healing as well.
Okay, so if you could share with us, because everybody's asking, well, up here, everybody's asking about the colored version of the book that you have. So if you could just show us that, let's take a look at this. Now, viewers, I want you to take a look at this. All right, now, this is gorgeous, obviously. But one of the beautiful things about this is the fact that this is something that Aaliyah would have colored herself. And this provides you the opportunity as well, once you get this book, to color it any way that you feel fit that's going to help you to deal with your emotions. Now, Aaliyah, one of the things that you shared is the fact that you're very particular about the sort of material that was used on the book. So how long did that take to choose?
It took a while. I had to liaise with a lot of different printers and trying to find the best fit for the book. Because the most important thing, for me at least, was to ensure that every person reading it knows that I thought of them in every single step. From the cover to each page, it's unique to each reader. And the reason I wanted it to be able to color the cover is because I also have a sister. Me and my sister lost the same person, but we went through grief in 2 completely different ways. And I wanted to ensure that the cover could be colored, and it basically represents each person's own journey.
Because everybody's journey is different.
Everybody's journey is different and unique, yes.
Definitely. And now, as you mentioned, this was done really when you were a teen. Well, I'll say teen going into adulthood, as we would have discussed. But is this a book that can be used by anybody?
Yes, it actually can. Initially, I had teenagers in mind, but I'm getting a lot of feedback from a lot of adults too, who even lost their parents during COVID and are really seeking to heal and move forward, because it's a very difficult thing to go through, to lose a parent.
It really is. It's so challenging. In fact, that's one of the things that we bonded over. Because as soon as I opened it, and viewers, you know, the fantastic thing about this book as well is that everything that would have been done by Aaliyah with the illustrations. So I just want you to take a look at that. And of course, especially as we're approaching Father's Day in particular, looking at some of the prompts, I'll say, that you included, it really can bring you to that place of, you need to grieve, you don't know how to grieve, but this is perhaps a great way to start. Now, do you think with this book, it could be a tool to assist in the grieving process and possibly shorten it?
I wouldn't say shorten it necessarily, but only because everyone's, as I said before, everyone's journey is unique. But I think it could definitely assist people and help them with their bereavement journey at their own pace. That's so important. Now, how easy was it for you to share? Because just taking a look at some of the things that are within the book, they're very personal. And that takes a lot out of a human being. So how easy was that for you? That was very difficult for me. I remember during the editing process, sometimes I had to stop, I had to take time. I think that's why it took me so long to write. Because I really had to, as I said before, unbottle and be true to my emotions in order to heal and help people heal as well.
And definitely. And let's talk a little bit about the illustration, because I know you said that you were particular with this sort of paper, but the illustrations, again, they came from your heart.
Yes, they
Would
did.
you say that it was inspired throughout the journey along with what you knew the intention of this book was?
I think so. I think as a designer, I really wanted to find different ways to, like different symbols to represent the fragility that we feel when we grieve.
Right.
So that's why I would have used like the paper boats with the crashing waves.
Definitely. And well, we're going to go into it a bit more, viewers. This is a fantastic book to check out. And one of the things I've noticed is there are quite a few blank spaces
Yes.
as well. So we have here, how do you feel today? I'm not sure if you're able to see, but with the how do you feel today, right next to it, there are prompts that are available. And was this something that you would have put a lot of research into? Would you say that it just sort of came naturally as you went about?
I think it was both. I did do research on my communication style. I wanted the tone to be very compassionate, very warm, because it is something hard to go through. But it was also a bit easier, I would say, to write and easier to research because I knew what to research because I went through it myself.
Definitely. And some of the illustrations, I have to say, they're absolutely beautiful. How
Thank
long
you
did
very
it take you to do your illustrations?
I think I spent around almost a year
Yeah.
or a year and a half doing the illustrations, and I refined it towards the, actually last month, I was refining it.
Wow.
Before it went to the printers.
So another beautiful thing about this is that you self-published.
Yeah, I did.
And is this your first book?
Yes, this is my first book.
So could there be some more in the future, do you think?
I definitely think there could be some more.
Wonderful. And if I'm not mistaken, we're looking at books that are meant to help and heal.
Yes.
Yeah, that is great. Do you have perhaps anything you would like us to know about the book in particular, or you would like the viewers to know about the book in particular?
I would like that people become open towards healing and know that they're not alone. And there are people like myself who went through something similar. And I understand it's scary sometimes to unbottle, but it's so, so important. And you could really become a better person and a better healed version of yourself when you really try to be vulnerable and let yourself feel all those difficult emotions.
That is so important, and this is a great place to start. Where can we get this book?
Right now, I'm working on distribution of the book, both locally and internationally. But for any inquiries, persons can email me at unbottling@aliemanuel.com.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Aaliyah, thank you so much for taking your time out this morning, and thank you for this beautiful book.
Thank
it is
you
a great
very
blessing
much.
and gift to our community.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we look forward to seeing more of you.
Thank you.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, so unbottling, and here you go. Here are some of the options. Well, this is what you would get, and this is what you could do. Remember, you can color your emotions, and you can change your life. There's more coming up on the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned.